You know, I was always taught to be early is to be on time. But here to talk about that is Jill Ackerman. She's the superintendent of Lima City School. Jill, we got to be on time, right?
We have to be on time.
Yeah, so talk about this.
Well, so attendance is very important, obviously, for school.
Yeah.
And it isn't just being on time is important, but being there every day is important as well. I don't think that people really realize that if your child misses 2 days of school a month, they've missed 10% of that school year.
Wow. By
the end of the school year. There are a lot of statistics around truancy and low test scores. By 6th grade, the ability to graduate high school or go on to post-secondary is significantly lower if your attendance isn't good. Mm-hmm. Not to mention the fact that kids just get behind.
Yeah.
We suffered a lot, I know, with the pandemic. It was tough, and it was hard to get back into that routine. We saw a little bit of growth when we came back, but we're still struggling to get those kids there every day on time. So it's very, very important for parents to understand that kids who have chronic absences are going to be less likely to be successful later in life. So it's just like every other routine. Kids do well with routines and habits, and really just trying to make sure that that we're getting them there every day on time.
Yeah.
And it also, by 3rd grade, it will impact their reading ability. And so that, once you're behind, it's very, very difficult as you go through school to get caught up.
Yeah.
So we just want to continue. We have our Everyday on Time campaign. We've had it for several years. We just want to continue to beat that drum. That's our mantra. I mean, if parents are struggling with transportation, they know that we have resources that we can try to tap into to help. I know our high school kids a lot of them are walkers, but the RTA is fabulous in terms of student bus passes and things like that. So there are a lot of avenues to make it happen, but we just have to get into that life habit.
Yeah.
Because it's important for work.
It's really kind of like a domino effect, you know. If you start out on the right foot, you know, it really affects the rest of your day, the rest of your year, the rest of your life.
Exactly.
You know, so yeah.
Because the first thing you said was, I was always taught.
Yes.
Right. So that's just the importance of it all.
Yeah.
And you know, leaving a little bit of time in case there's a train, which we experience a lot. Mm-hmm. Or slick roads, and which obviously we're going to be experiencing too.
We're in the season of it.
So just back it up and leave early, and just get there on time.
Exactly. Well, you know, I always thought to myself, if I show up on time, well, then I got to put my books away, I got to put my coat away, I got to turn my computer on, I got to do. You know, it takes a lot of stuff to get to where you're starting work.
That's right.
You know, so if you get there early, you know, with all the road conditions and everything else that could happen,
you have a cushion.
You have that cushion.
You have a little bit of time.
If you want to sit back and relax and get yourself ready for school or work or whatever, you have that time.
So there are a lot of tips out there, and I can see that there are some up on the screen for parents to think about. We have some brochures. Our guidance counselors and social workers will be happy for parents who might be struggling. Sometimes they'll call and say, I can't get my child to get up out of bed. Yeah. We can give you some tips and ideas for how to get them to bed early, how to get them up, how to get them into that routine. Yep. So just please feel free to reach out.
Right, and you have parent-teacher conferences coming up February 7th, right?
So we do. So we are right now at the end of the semester.
Yeah.
So it is critical. Don't let up on the gas. Get into school. Find out, come to those conferences the night of the 6th, the morning of the 7th, whatever works for you. Get in there, find out what your kid, how they're doing, where they're at, what can you do at home to reinforce the learning. It's just critically important. We're in the middle of the school year where we cannot let up on the gas. We got to keep going full throttle. We're going to get through this year and be successful, and we want all of our kids to be successful.
Yeah, it's important for parents to know what the kids are learning and what they're doing and how they're doing. Important. So if they need to help or get the resources to help, they can do that.
And we do have a lot of resources and ideas that we can give families at home to work with their kids on all of their subject areas.
Let's work on getting another successful year, Jill.
Yeah,
we can do it. We can do it. Yes. Well, thanks for coming on today. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. All right. Well, don't go away, and we'll look at the weather forecast when we return.